So, Cindy, you came to us, I don't know how long it's been.
2017.
17. And when you came to us, like, what was your life like, essentially, as far as smiling, eating? And just tell me a little bit about that.
I kept on losing teeth. Yeah, I'd get jagged teeth, and it was uncomfortable eating. I was afraid that anytime I would take a bite, that a tooth would fall out, and I just wasn't happy with myself, and I wasn't comfortable smiling, and everyone always was like, oh, but you have such a nice laugh. And I'm like, I have a nice laugh, but I'm not gonna smile. Because I was just afraid that, that I looked ugly, and that every time something would happen, that next time I looked, something else would be wrong with my teeth.
From an eating standpoint, was it affecting you as well?
Oh yeah, it was affecting me. I got to the point where I had to make sure that it was nothing that had to be chewed a lot or anything crunchy or hard. And I love crunchy food, and I love to have steaks and stuff, and just it had to end up being pretty much everything soft.
Okay.
So that I couldn't be in pain, and that I wouldn't be afraid that a tooth would come out with the food.
Okay. I guess I would say built the courage up to come to a dental office. Did you see other dental offices, or?
How it is with TV, you see commercials, and there's all these different places that are like, we do implants. And what got me was, honestly, I can't even remember the name of the dental place, but they're like, yeah, you can have implants within a day, which at the time I thought, oh, that's cool. 24 hours, I'll be good. I didn't know how involved all the steps were, but I went to them, and they were like, oh, we can't help you unless you have insurance, or unless you pay everything up front, or unless, and I got discouraged because I didn't have insurance, and I couldn't give them all this money up front that I found out it would cost. And so then I started looking around, and I found your office, and I said, well, let me give it one more shot, and if not, then I'm going to be toothless. And that's when I met you and your staff. And
how was your experience overall? The process?
I mean, the process is a long process, and I don't think people realize that it can be a long, involved process, but that's because, everyone here, yourself and your staff, you always make sure that each step is done correctly and that there's no problems. And, hey, if you have even the slightest discomfort, tell us. And, everything worked smoothly and wonderfully. We had a hiccup, but, that was more due to other circumstances than anything.
But we got through the hiccup and got finished up. So I guess now, post, you've been with the teeth for upper and lower for a year now,
For
right?
a year, yeah, my finals for a year.
If I remember your case, we had separated top and bottom. That was the way that we needed to do it, just to kind of fit your budget, timing?
Budget and timing, yeah.
We're a year now in with both top and bottom. And tell me a little bit about how you feel now. Is it like, as far as your self-confidence, eating those, things like that?
Oh my gosh, it's night and day. Yes, I was happy back then, but again, didn't like to really smile and show when someone's like taking a picture, you're like, take a smile. I'm like, I'm not smiling. But now, like, pictures I'm okay with. I remember the first time after, like, I gave myself a week after I had the final bottoms in, and I'm like, okay, it's time that I can start having all the foods that I've missed that I haven't had for such a long time. And the first bite of steak was amazing. It was just like, oh heaven, I can chew. I was out with some friends, and we were having dinner, and some of the side vegetables, there were carrots and broccoli, and I took a bite of a crunchy carrot. I'm like, oh my god, it's crunchy. I can eat crunchy food again, and I can have apples again. It's been nice to be back to what I remembered post 2017 of anything I want to eat, I can now eat.
Anything else that you would tell anybody that is maybe thinking about the process? Because it's, I'm sure you were nervous about this going into it.
I was nervous, definitely nervous, especially finding out that it was going to be such a long process. But trust me, it is worth it every step of the way, every moment that it takes for things to heal and go on to the next step. Do it. You will not be sorry. It's awesome.
Awesome. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah.
And
Anytime.
we're happy to have you as part of our family. So we'll continue to see you 2-3 times a year like we normally do.